Welcome to Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. This is the podcast that celebrates the quirks, the courage, and the brilliance of being human. I'm your host, Jeanene Tracy, transformational coach and curious explorer. Let's dive in and uncover the magic of being wonderfully human. Welcome back to a solo musing of Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. And today I wanted to touch on, I've been talking about this podcast quite a bit lately, and so I'm explaining it. So I'm telling people what the podcast is, Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. And you can imagine there's quite an intrigue about what this podcast is about. So I thought I'd just elaborate a little bit on what we're doing here. So why did we call it Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans? Because that's the exact type of human that we all are. We're all a bit wild, we're all a bit wacky, and we're all so beautifully wonderful. And quite often we actually forget that. We forget that we personally have a story to tell. We forget that we have some truth, we have some depth, we have some intrigue around us, with us, for us, about us. And we can often downplay that. You know, I know and have spoken to many people who say, I haven't got a story to tell. You know, I wouldn't be worthy of being interviewed, or I wouldn't be interesting to be on your podcast. I truly believe that every single person has an interesting story to tell. We've all done something wild. Take a moment now to think back on your life. Start with the first 5 years of your life. Actually, let's start in reverse. Let's think about the last year or the last 2 years if you need to stretch it out that far. What is one of the wildest things you've done in the past 2 years? I'll share something that I've done. I haven't thought about this before this moment, but let me take a moment, as you do, to think, what is one of the wildest things I've done? I guess one of the wildest things I've done is started this podcast and started to share the joy and the excitement around this podcast. That's pretty wild to think, I'm just going to start a podcast. That's pretty wild, isn't it? So what have you done? That's wild. And if you can't track back 2 years, track back 5. I guarantee you there's going to be something. And I really want you to ponder this, because you deserve to know how cool you are. And then the next word is wacky. So in the last 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, what is one of the wackiest things you've done? And when I say wacky, I just mean something a little bit left of center, something a little bit quirky or cool, or just interesting, intriguing. Because we're all doing these kinds of things all the time, but we downplay them, we forget. So what's one of the wackiest things I've done? I guess only recently, yesterday or the day before, I created a video, the printer song, because I'm a wacky nerd who loves going to Officeworks on a Friday night. And so I was pretty chuffed when I got a portable printer, a mobile printer. And when I got home, I did a mobile printer song. It's pretty wacky, it's pretty cool, and it was very expressive. You know, it allowed me an opportunity to just express my quirkiness and my energy. Because this is all energy. That's all that this is. This is all that we are, is just energy. And so when we start to embrace our wild, we start to embrace our wacky, we truly are wonderful. We're stepping into our wonderful, into our truth. And that's all we need to do. That is all we need to do to be human, right? And the reason I've started this podcast is so that you can see that you are just like every other human out there, wild, wacky, and wonderful. And the guests that I've had on the show, they're truly just showing up as they are. They're showing up in their truth, to inspire you, to inspire me. I've been so inspired by my guests so far already. It's just incredible to show up. And my invitation for you is just always show up. Embrace your wild, embrace your wacky, and truly step into your wonderful. That's the best we can do, right? Let's go on this wild, wacky, wonderful journey together. I'm so blessed to have you here with us on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. Stay wild, stay wacky, stay wonderful. Thanks for tuning in to Wild, Wacky, Wonderful Humans. If you had fun, share it with someone just as wild and wonderful as you. Stay wild, stay wonderful, stay wacky, and I'll catch you next time.